Today I would like to speak about exploring the mind after a long period of teachings, intensive teachings with Geshe Tapke. I felt especially drawn during that time to sit and explore my mind so that I'm actually able to take the teachings in. Because if I sit there even during the teachings and I have all kinds of emotions and thoughts coming in, and then my mind will not be receptive, as we all know how that goes. And so the meditation time is actually a very helpful tool, of course, to train the mind to be ready for the teachings later on. So while I was thinking about it and playing with it, I remembered a very important dream I had once. And many years ago, before I moved to the Abbey, I dreamt of a mountain range. And in front of this mountain range was a huge table. And on that table were a display of books, Buddhist books. And I was very, very drawn to that. And I wanted to take these books and hold on to them and study each of them. And but then I had a friend, and he was pointing to the other side of the mountain range, where there was a beautiful, clear mountain lake, something like that. And he invited me to go into the water, to jump into the water, and to be in the lake, enjoy the water, enjoy the clarity of the lake, and just drop everything. Don't hold on to the view, the books, whatever. And I declined. I was so uncomfortable in my dream, so uncomfortable with that idea to take off my clothes, to jump into this clean water, and to just relax there and to be in the water. I could not imagine that. I wanted to go to the books, felt naturally drawn to, and holding on to that. What I saw is that I was afraid of losing something. I was not resting within myself. I needed to do something outside that gives me the comfort I needed. And I needed to hold on to that. And yeah, I couldn't be with myself in a comfortable way. So I could not accept the offer to go into the little lake. And especially before I met the Dharma, I was so focused on the outside, so obsessed with the outside, with the external world, even when I found the Dharma. I could not let go and just relax, go into the water. I was unable to look into my mind, to find the inner strength, the courage, the good qualities that are there too. Lama Zopa once said, "The fastness of humans on this planet have actually no idea what goes on in their mind, and that the mind plays any role in their lives." Till I sat through some intensive Zen retreats in a Zen temple in the mountains of Japan, where we sat for 15 hours, 5 hours each. And after many of those 5 to 7 day sessions, I gained something that I never had before, that was in my 20s. And I gained a clarity and joy and strength and confidence that felt so comfortable and so myself that I knew I had found the medicine. I found meditation as the pill to heal. So, and then the journey began. And I got a peek into my own mind on what my mind is actually doing, and that I have the capacity to create something with my own mind. So the mind is the source of happiness and pain, and the Buddha was teaching about that clearly. Before studying the Dharma, I really thought happiness is outside of myself. I was obsessed with the outside world. I was clinging to these books, and I suffered when they were not available or when I could not study, for example. And I also suffered when I could not remember the contents of the books, because my mind was so disturbed by all these emotions and thoughts that were running through, and I just ran after them and clung to them and made them to my identity. So I was constantly dissatisfied. I was not myself. And on top of that, I had a very strong habit to put myself down, to feel lonely, to identify myself as a victim, and with that drama and that trauma. I had very strong habits in that regard, and clinging to the external world gave me some temporary relief. So, but the thoughts, negative thoughts, and emotional patterns reoccurred again and again and again. And then you get maybe some advice from a good teacher or a spiritual friend, such as this. Tenzin Ursulhita, the reincarnation of Lama Yeshe, said once, "Always keep very close to your heart. You're very special. How amazing and magical. And don't ever get depressed or feel alone or like a victim. No, please, please. It's very important for your own spiritual growth and for everybody else's benefit to be very aware of this kind of mind. Make yourself that mind or habit or pattern that we create unconsciously, because otherwise you become small, you make yourself small, and then you forget about your potential." So I was like struck. So that's exactly what I'm experiencing here. And so you start thinking. I started thinking a little bit more. Do I want to stay confused? Do I want to suffer, continue to suffer, or do I want to be living in clarity and see reality for what it is? Do you want to be happy? So I was reflecting, do I really want to cling to these books, just reading them without really deeply analyzing the content and sitting in the meditation and not providing the foundation, the ground for being able to really take these teachings in? So we have the potential. We have the potential to analyze the teachings, to meditate upon them, to apply them in our life, and to transform as a Buddha. We have this Buddha potential within us. The teachings of the Pramanavartika by Dhammakirti is showing us this. As it says, when all defilements and their stains have been eliminated, of course one is oneself a Sukata, able and willing to be a savior of beings. So right now, the mind is like this snow globe. And you shake it, and then you have all these flakes that are disturbing, that make the view to your potential disturbed, very unclear. All these little flakes covering our potential, our Buddha potential, just like our discursive thoughts or negative emotions that are taking up the space. So, but then when we are able to sit like the Buddha, the flakes settle down, the thoughts settle down, the emotions settle down, and we can see a little bit more our own potential and rest in that. So this globe itself is like our mind, and it can hold all these emotions and thoughts and our Buddha potential. It's not disturbed when we shake it, right? It doesn't change at all. So it's with our mind. The quality of our mind doesn't change no matter what kind of thoughts, emotions we have. So, and that's why we have the ability to change our mind. So the thoughts and emotions, they change constantly. They're impermanent. They're empty of itself when we really look at them for what they are. And I find it very interesting, actually, to play with it. And it's recommended to do that, actually, regularly on our meditation cushion. Or while we are walking around, we can always look at how things exist, or what are thoughts, what are my emotions. And for me, it's actually essential because I still have a lot of thoughts, I still have a lot of negative emotions. So it's my essential medicine, so to say. So there's one thing where I'm working with is the attachment to person, for example. And I'm thinking, okay, a person will make me happy. So therefore, I have this strong attachment because this person is giving me something, making me to a person that I want to be, right? Giving me the love, the attention that I want. Maybe the teacher. So I have the expectation the teacher is making me happy if she pays attention to me. So there is this instruction of looking for the Tathagata in the Tathagata. And when we do this, for example, even with our teacher, let's say with His Holiness the Dalai Lama, we can say, where is His Holiness? Is His Holiness in his brain? Which part of the brain? Is he in his body? Or is he in many parts of his body or brains? Or is he in all the trillions of neurons that are in the brain? So, but as deeper we are looking, when I do this meditation, as more as I'm looking, I can't hold on to anything. There's no Dalai Lama. And then when I look at his qualities, his immense compassion, oh my goodness, then it all dissolves into nothingness. And so this grasping resolves to some extent to a person that even if he is an embodiment for me of the Buddha, and I should take refuge and should orient myself. But when there's attachment involved, let's say with our teacher, then it's not beneficial. Then the attachment is like these flags that are obscuring my mind again, and I'm not able to do analytic meditation with that. We have to take these books, yes, study them, analyze the teachings, but then put them down and also think on our own, not to just read and analyze a little bit, but we have to sit and really take them, make them to our own, and transform our behavior, our mind, our thoughts, emotions. So then we are maybe able to jump into this water without any fear and be ourselves, be confident in what we have, the clarity, the strength, and the joy and compassion that we can develop, and go out into the world and, not grasping, but reaching out to all sentient beings to benefit them as a Buddha ourselves.